Hey guys, Clint Darden here with ClintDarden.com, and of course the house of biceps. I've had a lot of videos that I've reviewed lately, a lot of them by my clients that are making the similar mistakes. Either way, I continue to see the similar mistakes when I have new clients that are doing good morning. So what I want to cover with you today is just a couple of quick tips that can help you get more from your good mornings and make sure that you are doing the right good mornings for you. Now, I am not greatly warmed up. My shoulders are tight. I've just deadlifted, done the AC/DC overhead press, medley, glute ham raises, and abs. My shoulders are still pretty tight. I'm going to try to fit in this bar. What I want to show you first is the arched back good morning. Take the bar in your normal position. If you're going back, that's fine. Elbows down. Not elbows back, ever. Elbows down. When your elbows are down, you've got an arch, chest up. The good morning begins with your butt going backwards. You never bend over when you good morning. It's always your butt going backwards. So when you're doing the good morning, start with the deadlift stance. Arch hard, butt goes back. That is as far as you can go. And up. At no point should you ever lose your arch. If you're going all the way down to here with your upper body, it's not an arched back good morning. Arched back good mornings they kill your hamstrings. So if you're feeling these in your lower back, then you're not doing them correctly. Your back should be arched so hard that it is your hamstrings and flexibility that stops you from here. That should be it. Stand up and try it. Your hand should barely be able to touch your knees, if not just a hair below. Arch. If you can touch way down here, you've lost your arch. You're rounded back. It helps you nothing with your squat unless you need lower back work. Now, if you want to do a rounded back good morning, sure. Round the shoulders forward, round the head flat, and round and bend over. That's fine if you need to work on your lower back. But if you're doing an arch back good morning, arch hard. You're not going to be able to go very deep. Stick your butt back. For a couple of my clients having difficulties with technique on the arch back good mornings, especially with the wide stance, and you know who you are, I'll try to demonstrate. You do everything just like your squat. Take your stance, and the same thing. I'm seeing people bend over for the good morning. That's not how it goes. The bar doesn't go over your toes. The bar goes up and down. You go back. I'm on my heels. I'm about to fall over. Need some weight on the bar. You go back and arch hard. You go back. And the knees go out. The knees don't go, you don't have to lock your knees. They don't necessarily go back. They do never come forward. But force your knees out when you go down. It's a short range of motion. My best complete raw box squat ever. And I do mean no belt, no wraps, no suit. I wore sweatpants and a t-shirt, probably a hat. It was about 7:30. My best good morning with an arched back and a wide stance. I've done a little over 700 pounds, so it's actually really, really close. So if you are doing a squat with 500 and you're doing your good morning with 135 and it's killing you, either you are really weak or you need to be working on your technique. Okay? If you're doing rounded back good mornings, start with my deadlift stance. I'm going to go down. The bar is forward over my toes. I'm bending forward. It's lower back move. My butt still goes back a little bit, but it's mostly lower back. Same with a wider stance. Now you're not going to be using a lot of heavy weight with a rounded back good morning. Even for myself, I'll use 2 plates, maybe 2.5, maybe 3 plates for some sets of 3 to 5. I won't kill myself on them. I actually prefer to use the strap bar, or if you have a safety squat bar, use those for roundabout good mornings. I actually prefer to see pretty much everybody, as long as they don't have a major squat technique problem, to use a safety squat bar or the strap bar for good mornings, because your shoulders don't need one more exercise putting pressure on them, just like the squat, press, super yoke, all the other events do. So anytime you can get the bar off your shoulders for an accessory exercise, the better. Unless you're doing them specifically for technique work on your squat. So Gene, you know I'm talking to you. Corey, you know I'm talking to you. Get the straight bar out, work on some technique. If you're having squat issues, work on the good morning. Take your squat stance, arch hard. Not an over arch, like I'm seeing a couple of you guys do. Arch properly. You shouldn't be able to go really deep on these. So, guys, I hope this answers a couple of your technical questions on the good mornings. If you're sending me videos and you're saying I'm doing good mornings, this video is my good mornings, let me know what kind of good morning it is. There's not just one kind of good morning. There are hundreds of types of good mornings. So if you're doing a good morning, make sure it's not just for the heck of it. Do it with purpose. Have an idea of what you're doing and what it's going to build and what it should look like. Videotape it, critique it, figure out what's going wrong, and get strong, guys.